is time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Thursday morning, January 21st, 2016. And good morning to you all this lovely Thursday morning, January 21st, 2016. Here are your news lines here. Top story here at 8 o'clock in the morning time on this Thursday morning here is in London, where Russian President Vladimir Putin was elected personally responsible for approving the fatal poison in the posh London hotel of a former KGB operator U. The anticipation of nearly over the full zone around Washington, D.C. all week. The forecast has promised a blizzard of epic proportions. In Michigan, state residents are protesting a plan by verified petroleum refinery to decrease emissions of sulfur dioxide and 7 other toxic chemicals. As Flint's water problem is not the only problem in Michigan. For months, the press said the Republican establishment elect had expected the Trump bubble of the poll. Now it's unclear that Trump isn't going anywhere. We're seeing stories about a long campaign or even a broken convention. A deadly Taliban attack on the mosque carried the police of Afghanistan's biggest TV station drew widespread condemnation on Thursday, when activists denounced the event as attacking the freedom of speech in the country's young and influential media sector. Brussels, Belgium arrested 2 more men suspected links to the Paris attacks, and over 13 of which 130 people were killed, the Belgian Federal Prosecutor's Office said on Thursday. Pakistan warns bears victims of funded university attack as Pakistani women light candles during individual victims of the Baka Khan University attack on Wednesday in Peshawar, Pakistan. Davos, Switzerland. Next week's planned start of the Syrian peace talks may be delayed a day or two for lots of regions, but the process will begin roughly on time. A 1,040 Christian monastery of 1,040 years old, the oldest in Iraq, was raised to ground just months after it took over the Iraq casino in Mosul satellite picture show. The United States is great, but not as great as Germany, Canada, and the United Kingdom, according to the U.S. News and World Report survey released this week, as U.S. ranks number 4 on the list of the world's best countries. In Vatican City, a homeless woman who gave birth to the Vatican in St. Peter's Square spent off their year's free housing, as Vatican spokesman said. A man convicted in 1992 of rape committed of a woman is scheduled to receive a lethal injection Thursday, when it will be Alabama's first execution in more than 2 years. Washington, the U.S. Supreme Court judged to President Barack Obama's immigration policies that could have an impact far beyond determining whether millions of undocumented immigrants can remain in the country. First comes Black History Month, and then Whiteness History Month. The community college in Oregon set aside April to look at whiteness, but not to celebrate what is described as a social construct that leads to inequality. St. Ignatius High School tomorrow closed due to a bomb threat, and same as goes for Milford High School in Milford, Massachusetts, is closed due to a bomb threat. In Fort Worth, Texas, attorneys for Eva Jackson, Texas, teen call victim of so-called affluent drug trafficking crash that killed 4 city will return to the U.S. in weeks. Lansing, Michigan, newly released emails about the high levels of lead in the Flint, Michigan water supply indicate that top officials look to shift blame away from the state. More than 1.2 million Walmart workers get attend to Alabama would receive a pay increase started in February, but it still closes stores. London, a small batch of the European shares intended the stimulation oil process helped calm investors on Thursday after toward a few days that wiped out trillions of dollars off global markets. Verizon Communications incorporated that and $1.5 billion new subscribers and exceeded analyst profit estimates, even as rivals push price cuts and the promotion to lure customers away. My company is the capital business as CEO Phil Dominant. We have invested our future and building more new facilities than we ever had. Astronomers say they have found evidence in our solar system may hold another great giant planet hidden in the dark distant badlands far beyond Neptune's orbit. That 10,000-year-old board spares in the ground. This one is 5,000 times bigger than that cast Pluto millions of miles far away. Say scientists who are presented good evidence for a long given tonight.
Benedict's on Wednesday. An artist and person of the Welsh specimen of Dr. Higgins days that 21 million years don't have that. 21 million years ago, miles, a dinosaur fell off the cliff face to death, and now scientists have found the dragon feet. Brasilia, the case of babies born with unusually small heads, continue to rise in Brazil, where researchers said on Wednesday they have found new evidence linking to the increase in Zika virus spread throughout the Americas. Washington, move over millennials as centuries are counted as the number of Americans are aged 1
and all of those born under Woodrow Wilson's administration was up by 44% since 2000, federal health officials reported. And an incredible simple way of helping students lose weight was discovered through a recent report published in JAMA. In Malden, a main quick working fire at Davis Street committees were overhauling. And on Manchester after Tool Harbor 49 West Street. Peter Chell News Time is now 8:05 on this Thursday morning here, and it is time now for a sports report here. Last night, the North Lancers girls basketball team fall to the Hawkins Oilers 43-39 here, while the North Lancers wrestling team defeated Bellingham 30-3 here, and the Boston Celtics fall to the Toronto Raptors 150-109. Tonight, the Boston Bruins will have a game at the Garden at 7 o'clock against the Vancouver Canucks. Rex Ryan's headline making offseason continued his historical announcement after adding that the truth about Robert B. Phil Bill's assistant head coach. He announced more than that the franchise had hired Kev Smith to be the special teams conditioning coach. The relationship between Sacramento Kings coach George Clark and Senator DeMarcus Cousins have been tumultuous sometimes, but they seem to be on the same page now. With 2 playoff rounds over, Denver, New England, Carolina, and Arizona still alive, and then in the conference championship weekend is how healthy are Edelman and Harris. Pierre Charles Dusab, 8:06 on this Thursday morning. Here it's time now for a Trevor report on this Thursday morning. Let's start off in Rhode Island. Here where Jamestown and Newport bridges are looking good. Here we got an accident here on 138 on the eastbound side before the Newport Bridge, so expect delays. Meadow Bridge is looking good. Here, 95 on the northbound side, so for the airport roadway, walk all the way at the downtown Providence Route, Route 185. 95 on the southbound side, it is so from Second all we get to downtown Providence, 146 on the southbound side, so from Lake Law we get to downtown Providence here, 185 on the westbound side, and it is so from Swansea all the way out to East Providence, student exit on 185 westbound, we're 14 in East Providence, 295 on the southbound side, so from Route 6 in Johnson all the way to Route 37 in Crescent here, 146 on the southbound side, it is slow from North Speed by Route 99, Lincoln 99 and northbound side, so from 126 Lincoln to Route 122 in Woonsocket here. 24 to the northbound side, it is slow before Route 44 in Rainier, and then hit brakes again in 24 northbound before Route 128 got to 95 to the northbound side, it is slow from before Route 128 to get to there, Route 3 to the northbound side, so from Derby Street to Higham all the way after the Braintree split here. I-91 on the northbound side, it is slow before from Route 57 to 91, 291 in Springfield, 291 on the southbound side, so before I-91 in Springfield here. 290 in the eastbound side, it is so far. Back all the way after Route 9 in Worcester. 290 in the westbound side, slow before Route 190 in the Worcester here. 146 on the northbound side, it is slow before the Mass Park in Worcester here. 495 on the northbound side, it's an accident before after Route 109 in Milford, so expect delays here. From 495 from Milford all the way to Route 9 in Westbury. 495 on the southbound side, so from 100 all the way to 290 in Shrewsbury here. 128 on the southbound side, so from 37 to Braintree, on the Braintree split. 128 on the northbound side is slow from between Braintree and Randolph. 128 on the northbound side, so from Route 95 and Canton all the way to Route 20 in Waltham. Southeast Expressway on the northbound side, getting accident after 122 Expressway is the Southeast Expressway from the Braintree split all the way to the Mass Park. Southeast Expressway southbound side, so from the Dorchester stretch. Mass Park on the eastbound side is so from Western all the way out to the Austin Brent tolls. We get an accident on 93 in the northbound side, around the Park, so Expressway 9 feet northbound in front of the Timothy Hill Tunnel. 93 in the southbound side is so from Reddit all the way out to the Braintree split. Via the Zachem Bridge here in Boston. Route 1 in the southbound side, so from Route 16 in Chelsea all the way out to Route 93 in Boston here. Route 1A on the 7 tunnel, slow Callan Tunnel, looking good here. Route 1A southbound side, accident in Winford, so expect delays here. 120 to the southbound side is slow from Redden all the way after Trapelo Road in Waltham here. 93 to the northbound side, it is slow before Route 128 in Redden here. Route 3 to the southbound side, it is slow from Tingsboro all the way after Route 40 in Chelmsford there. Then Route 3 to the southbound side, back to Milliken to the Route 128 in Burlington here. And all the highways of Vermont are looking good. Here, Route 3 is up outside of the Everett Turnpike so from 293 in Manchester all the way to Manchester Airport. 93 is up outside, so a dirty stretch. Route 101 in the east outside, and it's sold before. Route 95 in Hampton. Spotted Turnpike is sold from Route 4 in Durham all the way up to Route 95 in Providence here. All the way through the Route 95 Portsmouth, not Providence here. And Main Turnpike Spur in Southport a little slow here. And on Route 1 and stop outside the Brunswick Bay, you get accident in Brunswick Bay, so expect delays here. Otherwise, Main Turnpike is looking for York, Augusta, being plotted today. If I'm looking good from Port of Augusta, 95 looking good from Augusta to Holton here. Okay, let's take a look at MBTA alerts here at Orange Line experiencing minor southbound delays due to early disabled train at Oak Grove Station here. And on the commuter rail, it is Needham train 604, 7:30 inbound is tomorrow to Needham after it's operating 10-15 minutes late due to an early mechanical problem here. And so did the train 906 7th way from Stoughton is not departs Stoughton to currently 10-15 minutes late due to a mechanical problem here. And on Thursday, I'm looking good. Peter Channel News Time is now 8:11 here on this Thursday morning here, and it is time now for a weather report here. Time now for a weather report here, and looking at the radar, and it's clear, and we have a hazardous weather outlook here because day 1 today tonight hazardous weather not expected tonight. Day 2 for 7 Friday for Wednesday. This weekend strong winds on coastal weather across portions of eastern Massachusetts with heavy snow across the region with the greatest spread over Rhode Island, southeast Massachusetts. The storm tracks closer to the coast, heavy snow will be possible farther north. Especially the storm tracks farther offshore the present heavy snow to the minutes. The only effects will depend on the exact threat system. Stay tuned for the latest information of the potential winter storm here. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. Today, sun's got about 30 degrees, northwest about 7 to 10 miles an hour. Tonight, clouds got about 13 degrees, northwest about 5 to 7 miles an hour. Friday, sun's got about 29 degrees, northwest wind about 5 to 8 miles an hour. Friday night, increasing clouds with a low at 17 degrees and cover becoming northwest 5 miles an hour. Saturday, church snowing up to 8 a.m. Clouds got about 31 degrees and northwest about 6 to 13 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour. Transpiration 30%. Sunday, still like the May before 4 a.m. Clouds got about 24 degrees. Transpiration 70%. Sunday, church snow before 2 p.m. Park got about 32 degrees. Transpiration 40%. Sunday night, Park got about 18 degrees. Monday, most of the park got about 38 to about 25 degrees. Tuesday, parts of the most got about 43 to about 28 degrees. And for Wednesday, parts got about 39 degrees. Currently in Norton, fair and 20 degrees. Humidity 62%. It feels like 12. And that's going to be it for the Peter Channel morning news on this January 21st, 2069, on Thursday. Peter was going to give a good morning and good positive to you here. Have a good day.